Hello, my name is C, and first off, I have to apologize for the lawnmower. It's the middle of the day and summer, so I'm so sorry for the additional noise. However, I finally get to join in on the Make Market hauls. I've said this often, so not to be annoying, but I'm Canadian. Our stores are usually delayed for these type of things, but I finally picked these up. So we're gonna crack into these and take a look at them. I'm gonna start with the smallest one and then work our way towards the mystery. This order might change, but I will save this one for last in case there's anyone who doesn't want to see it. So let's get started. So this is such a cute little box. All the Make Market ones were $22, which is such a nice price. I also had a 30% off code for one kit, so I saved myself about $7. We have Make Market brandings. These are all picked up from Michaels. I don't know if I said that. All picked up from Michaels. These little teeny tiny guys actually come with a wooden frame and that pencil stylus. They call it a stylus. It's a diamond painting pen. It's 20.3 by 25.4. Sorry, it is like my neighbor right there that's mowing, so it's a little dark because I have my blind on so they don't see me. We have a rendering along the outside of the box, and I just thought this was so cute. We have all of our contents, instructions, so yeah. And there's a look. Oh, it's called actually moon bats. Okay, there's a running joke in the crafters den that these are called lesbian bats because the colors match that pride flag. So that's what I put it in as in my gems. So I didn't realize it actually had a proper name. I'm still calling it lesbian bats. Alright, so this is the frame. It's magnetic, so these parts pop up and will fit perfectly on this piece. I'm not going to fully open that quite yet, but in here, oh, it's stuck. Oh, I moved my garbage. Whoopsie. Okay, so here is that teeny tiny baby canvas. That is adorable. Such a cute little size. Yeah, and you can see like the frames will fit perfectly along the canvas there, and they just stick on magnetically. Oh, I do really enjoy how they have this pre-trim to fit that frame as well. This is cute. Color blocking in the bottom here, some more confetti within the details of the moon and some of these color transitions, but still some really good balance between the two. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I guess I can explain. Color blocking is when you have a patch of the same color in an area. This is a really small kit, so your little areas are going to be very, very tiny, but then more confetti would be like in here where you have multiple colors in a small area. So there's that. Oh, I wish it would stop mowing. We also have a little pamphlet here with both French and English, just diamond painting instructions, some tips and care instructions. So there's that. And then we have our legend, and it makes sense that this one is a walking one, or just detached. So we have our number, which is the color number, our symbol, and then the DMC code, which is a pretty recent addition to the Make Market lineup. At some point they weren't actually including this, but I do enjoy that they've added it recently. And then the SKU at the top of the kit matches our canvas down here and the numbers on our bag. Okay, let's very briefly take a look at this toolkit. So in here, ooh, it's like I was gonna say it's like a chunky pen, but it's really not. It's very, very similar to my Enabler's Outpost one. That's nice. It is very pretty. These are actually, I think they're screw-in. Yes. So they're screw-in metal tips, which is really nice. I have to figure out what increasing that would cost me. That looks like a three placer. I wonder what it would take to get up to a 10. Anyways, that's the pen that comes with it. You get a small bag of baggies. Get up into these extra storage. I'm pretty sure these are massive bags. I think they're like this size. And there's usually not enough to fully kit up, but it's a good start. We also have our wax. So peel off the top, and it's there. I like that it's orange. That's fun. And an orange little tray. So I'm going to chuck all of this now. I'm going to keep the fun stuff. Alright, let's take a look at these colors. Did I say, are these all letters? They are. Alright, here is two that I will forever be worried about. E and F right beside each other. That O and Q. Well, it's a red symbol. I don't totally love the red symbols that they use, but let me just double check quickly for the E and F. They're right beside each other. Oh, they're not. That's good. So you have the F's down in here and then the E's up here. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on the red symbols. They can be a little harsh to see, but for a $20 kit, I'm not complaining. Yeah, so I should zoom us in for a second. We can take a look at these. This is your, oops, sorry. I didn't mean to bump it so hard. This is your pure white, which would be really, really easy to switch it for like a fairy dust. And I think that's what I might do. With these make markets. I won't read out. I mean, it's all just letters. We'll take a peek at the colors and I'll grab the box and I'll show you a couple spots that I might choose to add some specials just to give it a little pop, because typically the make market ones do not come with any sort of special diamonds, which again, it's a $20 kit. I'm not complaining. For that price, I will totally sacrifice. Ooh, that's a nice bright red. Totally will sacrifice some things. But I have worked on these ones. They have really nice rounds. I do quite enjoy working on them. I don't do it often enough. But I really do enjoy these make market kits. They're small, they look nice when done, and even for 20 bucks, there is some quality there. So anyways, those were the colors. And like I said, I don't know what's the best. Changing these bright whites back here is totally something that I would do. So like adding NAB or some sort of specials. And probably this is a Q. So like a pale brown, some sort of fairy dust in here to highlight the moon. Or even just like some pinks for the top of the clouds there. That would be the specials I would add. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one. I promise it'll be a quicker look because I've already talked about a good portion of the things here. It is a stiffer canvas material, but with time they do flatten out. It might just need a little help, especially for these little guys. Sometimes I'll roll back the plastic because he's not totally sitting flat. I'll roll back the plastic and the weight of the diamonds really help flatten them out. Okay, I'm gonna clean this one up and grab the next one. Alright, so here's the next one. This one is Skeleton Lovers. Yep, there it is there. Still at that $22 price point, and it's 40.6 by 50.8, so nice. Okay, I call it a small size kit. Oh, I ripped it! I full on just destroyed my box. This one won't come with any sort of pen or anything. It's just the canvas. And it's still on these ones too, the DMC. Okay. So oh no. Oh, okay. I saw that was folded back. I'm like, no, it's gonna be folded into the glue. It's totally fine. This is interesting. Okay. Our kit here actually measures, I'm pretty sure it's the outside borders. When you're looking at that size there. Oh, did they change it? No, they didn't. Yes, so it's like this outside line to the outside line for that measurement on the box. On these larger ones, you actually get that full border, all the typical things that you see, minus any sort of branding. We still have the same SKU down here. As always, I will say I would appreciate if the name of the kit or the artist was listed somewhere. But that's a personal preference. We have our legends on both sides here, and it still does include like your usual numbers, all of our same letters, numbers, and then a few various symbols. And then we actually have the DMC there too, which is a nice addition. I'm gonna throw out these that we've already looked at, and let's crack open the diamonds. Before I do that, I didn't say this background has a lot of color blocking within it, but obviously once you get into the ribs and the bones of our skeletons here, there's more confetti. Surprisingly, these flowers actually look very cleanly rendered. Not this high of color blocking, but there's still some down within these flowers, little patches. These makemarket ones do look like they have someone actually go in it and render them, or at least touch up a rendering. They look very clean. It's what I'm getting at. Alright. That's far too zoomed in. Start off with number 1. Again, this number matches what is on our canvas too. So if you do store things separately, they're easy enough to match up. Oh, okay, hold on. This purple transition makes me very, very happy. Are these not in order? Oh, it's just 2 bags of those purples. My bad. I thought that's an 8. Yeah, those still more purples. Oh, those are pretty pinks. What are they? 603 and 604. That's nice. Yep. All of these are organized by the DMC number. It has the number of the bag on here. But they are in DMC order according to the legend. So that's a nice little touch. And then these are just some small, ooh, again with that bright white. $9.39. We actually don't even have any free $3.10 in here, which is really nice. I think for a lot of the purple hues that we have in this, ooh, sorry, that was really far back. For a lot of the purple hues that we have in this, that dark blue is going to be really nice for doing all of this detailing and outlining instead of a black. I think a dark blue would look nice. Is it dark blue? Yes, it's that dark blue. $9.39. Okay, anyways, so that was a brief look at the colors. Things I would highlight. I'm gonna grab the box too, because sometimes with these bright red symbols, it's a little easier to see on this box. So things I would choose to highlight would be the bright whites in our skeletons here, which also means highlighting a little along the moon. That would be changing that 5200 white probably to a fairy dust. Bright white ABs throw a lot of pinks. Well, that would probably work in this kit. I think I would like it to just offer a gentle shimmer instead of something harsher. And then probably, what is this? Oh, again, 604, which was that bright pink. Could probably be changed in all of these flowers. And then probably an orange down in here. Was it an orange or a brown? Mix of both. And these flowers could be changed. So I think that's what I would enhance in this. that brightest white to a fairy dust, and then some ABs in these flowers. Okay, I'm gonna grab the next one. Okay, so this is the next one. It is called Three Ghosts. If you're around last year at this time, I actually did another piece by Makemarket that was also titled Three Ghosts. That one was a landscape, very similar setting. But yeah, I do have a post review up on that one. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. This is their new updated version of Three Ghosts. Square gems. Now I can't totally recommend their square ones. I've seen a lot of, when I worked on it, they were fairly trashier than usual, and by that I just mean like tabs, or there was like little white dots on the top of the diamonds. So if you're not totally a fan of like super finicky squares, I don't know if I would recommend them, but I am willing to give it another try. So here we are. I smacked my head. Note to self, don't move my garbage can. I get too used to things. Oh, that hurt. Okay. I should just throw those on the floor and deal with them later. Anywho, here is our ghosts. And that's strange. Okay, this one doesn't have any of the red symbols. Why are you different? I don't know. It looks really good though. I do like this rendering. Oh, one of my things last time too was these three ghosts didn't look very layered. I remember that now. I wonder if they've worked on that for this one. We shall see. Anyways, I can say with confidence this is more confetti heavy than color blocking. Lots of color transitions within our ghosts in this background. This, whatever they're standing on, walkway, stone path, whatever. Pure confetti, more within these trees. So, yeah. I mean, there's like small patches of the same color. Anyways, let's pop open this bag. These little dots, I don't know if you could see, these little dots on the back make me believe that these are acrylic instead of resin. It doesn't say on the box. Again, don't take my word for that. I'm just thinking out loud. It won't affect placing them or anything. It's just a different material than what's typically used. But that's a nice green. I might change that out. That might be really easy to swap to an AB. Anywho, we have some grays. Some more grays. Yeah, I'm seeing it through. Ooh, that's a really good one to look at. There's a whole bunch there. So yeah, I think these are more acrylic than resin. But yeah, don't take my word for that. Ooh, some nice bright yellows. I could be completely wrong. And I only say I could be wrong because it's not something I typically look at when I'm looking at the diamonds. So, yeah. Take that as you wish, I guess I will say. Oh, that must be your, like, off-white. Some more yellows. Little browny yellows, kind of. And then a ton of white. Ooh, off-white and then white. Okay, those are both white. This one is just bleached white. So, anyways, I need need to stop doing that. What would I enhance in here? The yellow and greens within these trees would be really fun. Probably some sort of fairy dust. Again, with the fairy dust, highlighting the brightest white along our ghosts, and I think that might be it. Maybe if I have the right shade of like an off-white, I will outline or do like the very center, not a white AB. Again, those shine purple pink. I don't want purple pink in like peeking through trees and that. So I think, yeah, again, like a fairy dust or maybe even a yellow AB, just for like the outermost shade there. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one. Okay, so I picked up 2 square kits because I just thought this design was so interesting. It is called Spellbook. Fittingly enough. Oh, that's neat. Oh, okay. Don't smack my head again. Alright. That's cool. Oh, I like this. Oh, we have a glow. Okay. This looks really cool. Again, actually, I will say this one is mostly confetti. I don't really see like outside these like little spots in that candle. I don't see any spots for color blocking. It's all very confetti heavy. Okay, let's open this up. There, is that our 310? Yeah, that's our 310. Okay. A little bit more than I was expecting, but makes sense. Oh, there's so many shades of green. Like, so many shades of green. Some yellows and oranges. Actually, that's 742. That'd be really easy to make an AB too. And this one's 743. More greens. 2829. I really like these tones of colors. Ooh, 30 is really pretty. 964. So pretty. 43 and 44 are very pretty too. And this is our glow. It just looks like a regular white. I think last year they were like see-through, kind of look like jellies. That's interesting. I don't think my room's dark enough. No, you can't tell. I probably need to leave them out in the sun for a little bit anyway. But this does come with a special. So, haha, I did it right this time. Okay, so that glow in the dark, I would assume it has like that greeny, bluey tone to it. Just based off the background of the symbol. But it is actually found in the candle flame. all the candle flames. And that's the only place I can see them. So that's a nice touch. I think that'll look really neat. I personally might add some sort of AB outlining the candle flame here. And I think I want to add something to like the dusk here, the yellow there, make that AB. Probably highlight the bat too. And I almost want to say some sort of blue AB within the jars. I think that would look really neat. Okay. Maybe even something like, I don't know what these are back here, vines, maybe some sort of green for like this bottle here. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Okay, anyways, that was a very quick look at this one. I am impressed by this rendering. I thought the darker tones would hide a lot of the bottles, like the detailing in the bottles in the book, but they did a good job with this one. And I just love those colors, like all those greens, like the greenies, the blues. The greens and blues are very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this one up and grab the next one, the final one. Alright, so the final kit I have to show you is the mystery. Once I open this, it is no longer a mystery. So if you don't want to know what any of these are, thank you for joining me up until this point, and I'll see you in the next one. But let's jump into this. So, when in store, I found a post, and it was shared within the Crafter's Den. Again, I'll link to that down below. But all of these mystery kits had like 4 different dots on the background, and that's how you could tell what the kit was. So if I followed instructions correctly, this is the one I was hoping for. Did it. This is actually, from what I could see, this one is being called the Fall Bouquet. So it is just a bunch of, I'm guessing, orangey brownie flowers. That is the main thing where the name came from. So I'm trying to I'll put those down. I'm trying to pick out where the flowers are. Like, there's totally one here. This is another one or two. There's another one here and here and here. A couple more down here. I'm guessing those are more tulips. I wonder how this comes together. The orange symbols are making it the red symbols are making it very hard for my brain to flip around colors and try and guess. But anyways, our flowers are more confetti. That background is totally just color blocking of 310, so that would work out quickly. Anyways, let's take a look at the diamonds. Ooh, we have some dusky pinks. Was not expecting those. And then our background 310. Ooh, those are pretty reds. I really like that red number 15. It's another pretty pink. Bright yellow, which could totally become an AB. Ooh, some more yellow and oranges. Oh, look at those reds. Ooh. Very, very pretty. Browns. A green, that's kind of surprising. Orange. Cool. Alright, so actually not bad on the colors. There's a lot more brighter ones than I expected compared to the rendering here. But once again, let's take a peek. So this the brightest color that you actually see on these flowers up here is Q, which is 741. Totally think I will change that to an AB. I'm pretty sure I have that one somewhere. It's a bright orange. And then the yellows on these flowers, followed by, I think that's a gray. Oh no, that's like a taupey brown. But there's totally some yellows in the center of these flowers that could be highlighted. Okay, so that's everything I picked up from Make Market. I might need to get this one up sooner than I thought. I really want to see what this one looks like together, once it comes together. But anyways, let me know, did you pick up any of these? If so, which ones? Did you pick up the other Make Market kits? I was totally looking for that round plaque that had like the potions bottle. That was like the one kit my Michaels didn't have. So anyways, let me know if you shopped any of the Michael collection kits and what you got. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!